Hello everyone, Surat here, and it is time for now, as you see, to take on Final Fantasy Legend 3. That rhymed, I didn't mean it to. So unlike the past couple of times, we've got some story from the manual that's important for understanding what we need to do. The Pureland Saga. Millennia ago, a fearsome battle raged between beings who sought to become the ruler of a place known as Pure Land. Unfortunately for the rest of the universe, the Pure Landers were immortal. But rather than causing them to give up the fight, this little fact actually seemed to spur them on to create new and more powerful weapons and magic attacks. The warring grew so violent that shockwaves began disturbing neighborhood dimensions, eroding the very beaches of time itself. The battle was spreading beyond the Pure Land space-time continuum. Pounded by these shockwaves and fearing the loss of his own universe, Sol, the ruler of the world, built the Talon, a space-time battlecruiser with a drive system so powerful it could outrace light and navigate the pathways separating dimensions. Commanding this weapon, Sol finally managed to seal the Pure Land warriors in their own burned-out dimension, but at a terrible cost. Exhausted after his ordeal, Sol returned to his universe with one last task to perform. He divided the internal mechanisms of the Talon into 13 units. Using his last ounce of energy, Sol simply willed the units to various historical times and places on the world and Pure Land. Having finished his work, Sol sunk into a deep, deep slumber. Many centuries have passed, and the warriors of Pure Land have done the impossible. They've actually joined forces. Their purpose? To thank Sol for butting into their business. A crackling thunderclap resounded through time, announcing the arrival of the Pureland Water Entity. The entity shimmered with protective magical fields. So potent was the Purelander's magic that the colossal water entity was instantly visible to every generation that it inhabited or would inhabit the world. As a trans-dimensional entity began to flood the world's past, present, and future with putrid water, it poured forth savage monsters without number. The level of the sea rose at a frightening pace. People fled inland. Monsters systematically sacked the towns of the world, as though searching for something. Only the Elder of Dharm, a city tightly sealed from the water, knew what the monsters were after. The legendary battle cruiser Talon. The units of the Talon, wherever they were, would have to be found and installed before monsters could find them and before the world was swallowed by the sea. So yeah, we actually have a story that kinda gives us the hint of the goal we're trying to accomplish this time. Unlike the completely blank story from 2. Still funny, by the way. But yeah, one last thing of note, in this adventure you'll be exploring worlds that exist in different times and dimensions. From the present, you'll have to find your way to the past and future of the world. Good grief me. You will also need to acquire the magic spell Dive in order to explore the ocean depths of your world to find clues. Up in the sky, you will occasionally see floatlands sail by. Be patient, you'll get there too soon enough. Finding your way to other dimensions will not be easy, but eventually you must make your way to Pureland, where the Masters originated. Time does not pass in Pureland, so there is neither past nor future. You will discover, however, a Pureland underworld. The Talon is hidden away in a palace on your world. You'll have to search the past, present, and future of your world, then travel to Floatland and finally Pureland to find all the units that will make the Talon battle ready. The hero starts in the present and must find and install the warp units of the Talon in order to travel to other times and lands. Remember to speak to all persons you meet in the towns, for they offer vital clues. So there we go. There's the goal. We have a ship, we've got to find the things that make the ship run, and then assume you take the fight to the bad guy, is how this story is reading. So anyway, the Pure Land water entity appeared and flooded this world's present, past, and future. The water brought monsters, which hunt people day and night. Cities fell one by one, covered by the sea. See, this is a little bit different story than what we got in the book. People prepare for a journey that may determine the fate of the world. And now behold the sealed city Dharm. Here we have 3 young children, or young people, sit back as children from the ruins of the future. And they are living with the elder. He has reared them together with his own granddaughter. So now we have 2 humans and 2 mutants. We don't have any beasts. We don't have any robots, and we also have no choice over who these people are. We can rename them. So I think, just because of the way this works, if I want... Well, you'll see why I'm going to name people the way they are. Also, we get 6 letters per name, which is... outside the lantern is nice. Where's the button? Come on. There we go. Boy, I can be the boy. And I think I've got this correct. If I do not, I can go back and rename these. So as soon as we hit the button, we begin in a fight here. And so let's see, what do we got? Ow. Nope, no magic yet. No talents yet. None for me, I guess. And we get some money, we get some experience. And we learned that this is just a battle simulator that we were in. I guess we gotta practice somewhere, right? So for some reason this is the last time we will use this simulator. And Lantern goes, okay, see ya. No sentimentality in the least there. The back and forth considered the way the story tells it. And apparently Star's giving him the silent treatment. And getting in the way and running ahead of him out of the room. You know, I'm gonna speed up this text. Else this will take 30 minutes to get through. So Lantern says, hey, we're ready. The Elder says, good. Star isn't here to see us off. Oh well. Most importantly, not here to see Lantern off. The Elder's like, yeah, it's too hard on her. Lantern's like, I'll miss her. And Elder's like, let me tell you about Borgin, the man who sent you back to me. Let's stop talking about Star, my granddaughter, and we'll talk about the person who sent you here. So yeah, Morgan decided to take these 3 kids and sent them to the past with a broken time machine. And they're doing this because changing the past to avoid the future is the only way to save the world, when there are so many ways that this may not work. I mean, if playing the Zero Escape series taught me anything, it doesn't matter if you change the past, because you're kind of still stuck in your timeline no matter what. Yeah, it won't work if the future's already destroyed. And the 3 of us decided we can't close our eyes to our own future. So Old Man's gonna walk out. And Faye is begging us not to go for some reason. Also Dion. And it's like, the monsters will get you if you go out there. Don't worry. If this works, monsters won't have ever been there to begin with. Time travel is a terrible idea for a Game Boy game, just because I don't think you can fully explain it away in a way that works continuity-wise. Welcome to the Talon. So apparently Star decided to leave the city and come here to see us off. And Star and Myron are both making a petition to have Star included in the party. Myron also gets to go. So for a short period of time, we have 5 party members. We step in a portal, and now we are in the Talon. The thing that the monsters are all looking for, really. And it can normally travel through time. It's kind of broken right now, though. So you've got to go to Ellen to meet a person named Kronos. We just got the radar, which we need to let Kronos see. But right now, the Talon is pretty much broken. And yeah, the ocean is between here and Elon, so we can't exactly go anywhere. So what we need to do is we need to go to the North Tower and find the float magic, which will allow the Talon to pick up and actually go to Elon. However you want to say that name. So, the Talon, I mean, we can't depart, we have no engine units, we can't warp, we have a cannon, but we don't have any options. So we can't really do anything here. We can look around, we can take a look at the ship. Okay, that's blocked off. We can't look at that part of the ship. We can look over here. This whole thing right here, that's all that's here. Whatever this is, it doesn't activate when we press A on it, so right now, it's useless. I can see power flowing through everything there. And we can walk around here and get nowhere. So right now, the Talon is pretty much just a paperweight. That's pretty much the best description for the Talon right now. Granted, it's a very big paperweight, but there's nothing here. Bunch of what look like screens there, but we can't do anything with them. And this might look familiar after if you played or watched me play Final Fantasy Legend 2. Little warp pad here. So there's not a whole lot we can do right now. There's absolutely nothing we can do with the Talon. However, just to avoid dying horribly, no magic. Luckily, Myron is pretty much badass enough to do things on his own. Sadly, Ice 1 just missed. Ow. A mighty blow that did nothing because Myron is a badass. But we continue to win. 15 experience, Lantern, Srot, Mage, all level up. We found cyborg parts. I will go into detail about that later. It's different from the last game by a whole lot, as you might have guessed. But we do have a defined goal, at least. So first things first, we can't go to Elon, however you want to say it. We can't go there until we go to the North Tower and get a way to make the thing move. Fair enough. That's fair. We can play on the slide. But right now, I believe it's back here. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to be spending me some time with this battle simulator. Because we definitely need to move up in the, we definitely need to gain a few levels. Let's just say that. Because we are kind of weak and we miss just about everything we attack. Grinding is much more annoying than it was in the last game, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have any... We do not have any, do not have any options or anything like that. There we go. But you may have noticed a few things are definitely different than they used to be. Like the fact that nobody starts off as a monster or a robot, and you don't even have the option to do that. Don't even have the option to have anybody start as that. You notice that parts fell from a robot character, which has never happened before. You might have noticed that our weapons no longer have number of uses attached to them. Maybe you've noticed that our magic doesn't either. This is going to be a much more straightforward RPG in most ways. The transformation system is a very different animal, and I will explain that maybe not next video, but fairly soon, just so people are all on the same page. But yeah, I've got levels to gain before we actually go to the North Tower, because right now we will get absolutely slaughtered. Yeah, that's right, this game actually starts off and makes you need to grind right off the freaking bat. It's gonna be one of those games, folks. So, when we return, I will have several levels, and we will attempt to go get the dang float magic. But until then, take care, everyone. See you later.